I want to put up the window seals and insulation from Frost King, but it's very wet inside. The humidity is 84% in here. You can see it just running off the windows. So I have to wait. And again, a lot of people are thinking that you just do anything anytime, but you have to wait for sun and sunny days and low humidity to do most things, including insulating your windows like this, because you don't want to trap that in between the glass and the plastic. .43 out this morning at 7:45 in the morning, trending towards sunny, so it's going to get better. I do think this is predicting 2 days in advance from what I've been starting to learn. And my batteries are not doing good. Let me refocus. 11.8 volts, 50 degrees. This is the lowest I've ever seen my batteries, ever. And I didn't even use them. I unplugged my laptop from the power, used it on its battery to save the video last night, and didn't even upload it yet. So this is really bad. This is desperate conditions. I had to resort to desperate measures last night. It was raining all day anyway, and I couldn't do anything. So because I had no power, no lights, so I went to Walmart and I got this high-end battery charging station on sale. It was discounted, and now I know why. When I got it home, I don't know if you can see that, I got it sitting here because everything's wet. It's pretty badly bashed up. So now I know why it was deeply discounted, but I got the extended 2-year guarantee anyway. And I'm putting a 20 amp charge into my battery bank right now. I've set it for 1 hour with 20 amps, and hopefully that'll help save my batteries. So they're sitting at 12.0 right now according to the charging unit, and they were at 11.8 a minute ago. So I figured 20 amps isn't too brutal on the batteries. For emergency, I have 2 amp, 20 amp, 55 and 150 amp settings. So for emergency, well, 150 is jump start only, but 55 I could really push some current into this thing if I had to in emergency. But that would be maxing out my little generator, the 55 amp, and the generator's not broke in, so I can't set this charging unit at 55 amps until after that generator's been run some more. You got to run it at 60% or less for, I think it said, the first 25 hours. But anyway, I've got $600 worth of batteries inside the RV that I do not want to ruin, and I have videos to process and do, so I need the power. So one thing I want to mention, generators alone, a generator is not a good charger for your batteries. My old beast over here, oh, he's buried. I've got my old generator. Almost all standard generators, except for this miniature one, they almost all have an 8 amp charge rate for your battery bank. Well, 8 amps is nothing. And you're running your massive generator with thousands of watts of capacity and putting 8 amps into your batteries. That's a joke. And the best, most efficient way to use your generator is just like I've just done. If you need to charge your batteries in emergency, you run your generator, you plug it in to a charging unit, a higher current charging standard charger. Plug in the wall charger. That's the most efficient way to charge your batteries from a generator. You can hear hear my little generator working hard now. I just upped the amps to 55 amps. I flipped the switch up to 55 so that I could get a little bit more power going on here. I've been running this for 2 hours, and when the system shut off, I've been using the timer. When it shut off a little bit ago, it went down to 12.1 volts again. And I'm only bringing in 23 watts from the solar panels right now because the sun hasn't cleared the trees yet into the meadow. So I'm running purely off the generator to charge my batteries right now. I'm only going to run it for 30 minutes because this is pushing onto the max capacity of my generator, which isn't fully broken in yet, so I don't want to mess it up. I'm also going to monitor the wires because I can't believe that these thin looking wires can handle that much. That's 8 gauge. I just can't comprehend that handling 55 amps, to be honest. But I'm just making sure the wires are all cool enough to touch. Make sure everything will be okay. And hopefully this afternoon when it's sunny I'll get enough power. If I have to, I might add some more panels today when the sun's shining. But I have to be careful because if the panels are getting maximum sun, it'll be too much for my charge controller, so I have to just really watch out on that. There's been some discussion about my barrel stove kit and how wise I am putting it where I am. Now, this was designed for a 50 or 30 gallon barrel, and I happen to have what I guess must be a 20. And it says minimum wall clearances must be 36 inches from combustible walls at rear or sides, but clearance may be reduced to 4 inches if the wall construction is entirely non-flammable, such as masonry or concrete. So, my theory is somewhat correct. I have about 14 inches between the stove and the wall, and I'm going to have it some kind of a cement board or something between the wall and the stove, or masonry even, in which case I could have it 4 inches from the stove and have 10 to 12 inches clearance between the concrete and the wall. So there it is, 4 inches depending on your construction. So I'm going to test this thoroughly anyway before I even try to put it into the shed. Finally, some power coming in. It's sunny out today, and the sun just started hitting the solar panels. Got nearly 200 watts, 12.8 volts, and yes, I ran my generator this morning for 3 hours to charge the batteries, but when it comes to $600 worth of batteries, I don't play around. I believe in saving money and living off the grid inexpensively, but when it comes to these my batteries down here in my battery compartment, I just don't want to take risks. So when they got down below 12 volts, I got nervous and put those things on a charger, try to keep them going. I was going to hang my new door on the porch today. I got some self-closing hinges, but they stick. It takes me all my strength in my hands to try to open the things, and then they stay stuck open. A little bit of a glitch in there, the way they go together, and I'll end up breaking the door because it's just thin little pieces of 1x2. So I'm going to have to take these back to the hardware store and get the brass hinges, I guess, simple brass hinges, and try to find some plastic sheeting again today. I want to close in this porch, stop the rain from coming in, and start the solar. The sun is shining on there, but I need to start collecting some of the heat from the sun and keeping it in there. Today I actually have the windows open. It's what do we have here now? It's 68.7 out, 70.7 in, It was 99% humidity this morning out and 84 in, and it's nice now, a lot better. 44 out and 64 in. What's the barometer telling us? Well, Tennessee sun is coming in the next 2 days. Barometer's going up 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So I've got my new charger on the Honda battery. Just make sure it's not getting hot or anything. The wires are soft. That could be from the sun. Well, anyway, I have it on automatic mode. I found out this has a desulfation mode, which is nice. So I'm going to leave this big beast hooked up to the Honda battery for a while and see if I can get that thing charged up so I can start running this Honda. I got almost a full tank of gas in this thing, and I can use this to charge my RV batteries as needed. Working on my barrel stove today. I've taken off all the plates and screws, and I've got some stove paint, high heat paint I'm going to use, and I want to get this all painted up nicely before I put everything back together. And then I have some fireplace cement that's going around there, and I'm going to seal that off nicely. I've also got it in the sun because there's a little bit of water left inside there that needs to be evaporated out, and I think painting it black is going to help a lot in that. Hi, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. I have been hesitating to do this, and I don't like to talk to the people directly, but I have to now confront the problem. I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot of bad stuff written in the comments. A lot of you have seen some very vicious, biting, and some evil stuff in the comments. And I've had to start deleting. For a while there it was 400 to 600 comments in a day, and started blocking a lot of people, which is sad because I did not want to do that. I never wanted to block people. There has been a concentrated effort to cause me harm and shut down my channel, and there have been some very slanderous messages sent out, and I'd like to ask you, please, if you have received anything slanderous in your private messages, if you have received anything negative or anything like that against me, please forward it to me. I'm gathering up all this information, saving it in a Word file to turning into the police, because this is getting out of hand. And I'll just tell you a couple of things you might have seen. Some people are saying I must have a criminal record. Some people are saying I'm a con man. Some people are saying this is all a big scam. What else? There's just all kinds of junk that I'm seeing being sent out to you people privately behind the scenes. And I want to apologize for that, please. I had no idea something like this was happening. I served my country. My dad was a police officer. I almost joined the police corps myself. I really strongly considered it, but in New York City it's not good pay, so I didn't. I have a perfect record. I think the only ticket in my whole life is failure to use a turn signal, and I should have fought it because I did turn on the turn signal, but I was turning and it went off. But anyway, that's the only thing. I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you what's in my past, and that's it. And there are people saying some really bad stuff, and please forgive the mess that it has caused, forgive the havoc it's caused in the comments. I'm cleaning it up, I'm fixing it, I'm deleting these people, but again, I ask you, if you get anything in the messages privately, please send it to me. Thank you. Going to plastic wrap my porch. I've got some vinyl. This is from the hardware store. I've been looking for something like this for a long time, and this was the only thing I could find anywhere. This is actually from Frost King, the company that gave me the insulation materials. I found this at the local hardware store. It was the only place that carried anything like this. Nobody else had it, and this is precisely what I need. I wish I had another person right now, because it would be easier. This would be much easier. I don't want to get it dirty. If it hits the ground, it could get filthy on me. Overlap in there. It's going to be awkward. Yep, it's going to be awkward. This is a house wrap material, see-through, so you can still look out your windows. This is 4 mil. I was hoping to find something thicker. I know they carry 8 mil as well, but nobody's got it in stock. So, take what I can find. Later I want to reinforce this, of course, with not just with staples, but with some wood trim. And make sure this stuff never gets harmed by the wind and the weather. It gets brutal out here. But I'll be able to look outside, see if anything's attacking, make sure the birds are alright. Be able to look out and see the sun. That's a major part of the solar porch getting put up now. Looking good, you can see right through it. It's going to be some work, so I'm going to shut off the camera and save the battery. Now the bottom sheet is not as crystal clear. And that's a piece Man of Many Things left over here last time he came to visit. And I wasn't sure if I'd be able to use it or not on here because of the short size of it. It wasn't high enough, but considering that the piece that I have that I just got, the crystal clear stuff, isn't high enough, and his stuff is the perfect size to match up. I think he'll be happy when I tell him that, because neither one of us was sure if this would work, but look at that. I mean, it's almost perfect. So thanks again, Man of Many Things. Now the height of this other piece turned out perfect, the piece Man of Many Things left me, because it overlaps on the ground a little. I'll give you a closer view here. It overlaps here, and what I'm going to do actually is I've got some treated 4x4s. I'm going to put them across the front here, and that'll be extra insulation to stop moisture and wind going under the porch, which will then block this whole side of this RV. This whole side of the RV is going to be protected from the wind. This is just great. I mean, I don't know if you understand, but blocking in the whole RV, it's like putting a shell of insulation around it. It's an added bit of insulation. It's going to help tremendously to retain the heat in here. And like I said before, when I originally put this or got this idea, when the sun shines in here, it's going to hit a black wall back there on the back side in the morning sun. It'll shine through, heat up the black, and it'll be like a greenhouse. I'm even going to probably try growing some plants in here. It's perfect. It's awesome. I like it. I still have a little bit to put up here, which I'll do a little bit later. Right now I have to urgently finish my barrel stove, which is sitting here, and get that sealed with stove cement before the sun goes down, because it has to cure for 24 hours before I can start a fire in it. Today I finished my barrel stove. I painted it and sealed it off. Although it was smaller than called for, I have managed to fit it quite well, I must say myself. I think it's going to work nicely, and it's looking like a real wood stove. And tomorrow I'm going to try it and find out. I now have a door on the porch, and it opens and closes. I have to just put a latch on there yet, and it's covered in plastic. So all I have to do now is finish a little bit up there in the side, and just that little bit on top. But it's dark, and I guess that's it for tonight. But it's pretty nice. I've got myself a solar porch by tomorrow. Well, I put up a couple of my lights back in place. The others are in a pile. Just wanted to have a look at my porch. I think, activate the light again. I think it looks good. And I'm impressed with the transparency of that vinyl. It's very good. We go inside here, open the door, and I can pull the door closed, and I'm now completely enclosed. I can still see the outside world out here clearly, very clearly. It's good. When I finish this enclosure here, that'll be it.